This is another episode of Standup Comedy, your host and MC, celebrating 40-plus years on the fringe of show business. Stories, interviews, and comedy sets from the famous and not so famous. Here's your host and MC, Scott Edwards.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have a special announcement for you coming up July 26th through August 26th in states like North Carolina, Tennessee, Georgia, South Carolina, Maryland, Virginia, and yes, even in D.C., that's right, Washington, D.C., there's a set of comics, 5 of them, going on tour. It's called the Black Power Rangers Comedy Tour. Here's the producer, ladies and gentlemen, Wills Maxwell Jr.
Oh my. Oh, thank you so much, Scott. That was, I don't usually comment on the introductions I get, but that was an A+ one. I'm hyped. I want to start the tour right now.
Hey, I'm so excited to be talking with you. I'm all about stand-up comedy. You've got a great, terrific group of comics. I mean, you're a comic yourself, but you got Cordero Wilson, Jared Fortune, Jordan Century, a few others. You're going out on a multi-state tour at the end of July. Wills, go ahead and tell everybody what the Black Power Rangers Comedy Tour is all about.
Thank you, Scott. So yeah, this is the Black Power Rangers Comedy Tour. This is our second year doing it. Last year, we put the whole thing together inside of a month.
Wow.
Did 4 cities, and the response was so welcoming and warm that we're kicking it off again. These are a group of Black comics that I've met and worked with in my time doing comedy in the South. So now we're putting the show on ourselves. We're booking ourselves on. We're getting to do this show together. We're going to go to Raleigh on July 26th. That's our kickoff show. It's like our preview show before we start doing 2 legs of shows in August. August 15th, we're going to go to Charlotte, North Carolina. And then from there, it's going to be Knoxville, Tennessee on August 16th. We're going to go to Nashville August 17th, Atlanta August 18th. Going to go to the Alchemy Comedy Theater in Greenville on August 19th. And then that's the first leg of the tour. And then the second leg is going to kick off in my hometown of Wilmington, North Carolina. Then from there, we're going to start traveling north, hitting up Richmond, Virginia, Washington, D.C., and Baltimore, Maryland. Each show one night after the other for that second leg. So
wow.
Super excited. And the venues we're working with on this, they've been so, again, just positive reactions. Very excited to work with us on this. So it's going to be a fun time.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you're in those states from July 26th to August 26th, check your local entertainment calendar. Find out where the Black Power Rangers Comedy Tour will be performing. In Wills, this is quite an enthusiastic tour. You're acting as a producer and four-walling these shows, correct?
That's right. So we put the tour together last year. This was an idea I had just because I had always wanted to, work with these comics. I love seeing them, and anytime I ended up on a show with any one of them, it felt like a great, happy accident. So I was like, well, I want to be deliberate about this, share a stage with them, and I also want everyone to know what I know, which is my friends are hilarious. So,
well, there's nothing wrong with sharing that. Why don't you tell us a little bit about maybe Matt White or Brandy Roberts? You have 5 different comics plus yourself. Is it kind of, does everybody take a different viewpoint of comedy? Are some clean, some dirty? Is it any variety acts in there? Tell me about the shows.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's one of the things I do love about the show is, yes, it's called Black Power Rangers. These are Black comics, but it is a diverse lineup. You're not going to see the same type of comic twice. I tend to work clean and do a lot of storytelling and some social commentary. Gerard Fortune is very wry comic. He does a lot of pop culture references and a lot of great crowd work and musings. Brandy Roberts is one of the funniest comics in North Carolina, one of the funniest comics I've ever met. She's like very high energy, very hilarious, and just very pointed. She gets you listen to her, you get to hear about her experience being a Black woman, a Black queer woman in the South, and she just makes you crack up along the way. Jordan Century, super funny, sharp comic out of Charlotte. Matt White. Matt was my mentor when I first started doing stand-up. I met Matt about 12 years ago, and he's been, just to do this with him, is personally exciting for me just because he's the one who kind of like gave me advice when I started. And Cordero Wilson, another comic who started in Wilmington, North Carolina when I started. So we've known each other for years. And Cordero and Gerard are just, they're doing great in New York. But I'm always happy to see them, and I'm always happy to find a reason to bring them back down here. Bring them back down here so I can get to see them and get some stage time with them.
Well, much like this podcast, being acting as a producer and bringing in people you respect and people you enjoy working with in our industry of stand-up comedy, how great for you, who's a successful stand-up comic yourself, Wills Maxwell Jr., keep an eye out for that name, but having your mentor, Matt White, with you and some of these other strong acts, it sounds like a great tour. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, from July 26th to August 26th, if you're in any of these states, North Carolina, Tennessee, Georgia, South Carolina, Maryland, Virginia, or the D.C. area, find the location that these guys will be playing and go out and be a part of the Black Power Rangers comedy tour. Wills, thanks for sharing this information with my audience.
I appreciate that. Tickets are on sale already, so I really do appreciate you, Scott. You can find them at willsmaxwell.com/tour2023. All the locations, dates, tickets are up there. Really appreciate your time.
Hey, this is great fun. Everybody go out and have a good laugh. And we'll see you this weekend for our next show. Bye.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of Stand-Up Comedy, your host and MC. For information on the show, merchandise, and our sponsors, or to send comments to Scott, visit our website at www.standupyourhostandmc.com. Look for more episodes soon and enjoy the world of stand-up comedy. Visit a comedy showroom near you.